Hi there everybody, lords, ladies, gentlemen, all the rest of it. Great and glorious, soon to be famous one day, Nick Dutch, back on the camera yet again. Now, if I'm really truly honest with you, I'm doing this video because I want to test a bit of software I've got. I've got one bit of freeware software, one bit of shareware software, and I'm just going to play around with it to see if I can get the quality of effects that basically I wanted. But also I want to use this video to, just talk to you, just have a bit of a one-on-one, because there's been a certain quantity and quality of opinion since I did my videos speaking out against Alex Jones. And there are some people who developed an interest in my channel because I spoke out against Alex Jones. But when they saw me speaking about the kind of things I normally talk about, they kind of like either lost interest or became a little critical. Now, to those people I just have to say I'm sorry. I am a human being, and human beings are complex creatures. Do you really expect that each and every single one of the videos, the 700 or 800 videos, heck, I don't know how many, I've lost count. All the videos I've done, they're all going to tackle precisely the same thing? Do you really think I'm going to carry on reiterating myself all that much? Bottom line is no. And yeah, some people are going to take offense at the fact that I've got a wide variety of different messages. Sometimes I want to do videos for entertainment. I mean, come on, I'm going to put out on YouTube basically anything that I see fit to put out on YouTube. Now, this could be anything that I've got, the bee in the bonnet about at the time, or it could be something that's relevant to what's happening on YouTube at the time, or it could be something which I really feel needs addressing and needs talking about. Now, yes, I am an occultist, and I'm sorry if that disturbs you. Now, I really am sorry if that does disturb you. But if you have seen my videos, you will notice that there's a bit of a, a core thesis which goes through the whole lot. Namely, if we don't actually know something, we just got to carry on saying that we don't know it. And yes, it's worthwhile exploring and expressing some of the key traditions which have gone into occultism over the years. So that's why I've done basically what I've done, and I feel that I've said a few things which have needed to be said, which, if people who are involved in the New Age world actually take seriously, it could actually bring an awful lot of benefits to the New Age communities as a whole. I mean, so what? I am a tarot reader. Yes, that is what I do. My cards are here, and I use them professionally. And the way I market this service is the way it should be marketed. Because people come to a tarot reader for a wide variety of different reasons. They can come for a bit of comfort, someone to talk to, there can be a wide variety of different reasons. And yes, I do, in inverted commas, believe that there is a strong, genuine component to readings. However, I also want to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can for my customers. And that means that I try and incorporate a strong therapeutic basis to the work that I do. And I've helped people to start the process of recovering from drink and drugs as a result of my work. I've helped people to get the bravery to attend marriage guidance counseling, and to basically help them to move forward on a number of different levels. So yes, I'm doing this for the right reasons. I'm doing it to provide lots of people with as much benefit as I can. Now, I've got clients in 4 continents. Okay, I'm not necessarily a small fish in this industry. Yeah, I mean, I'm relatively well known. I'm not earning a lot of money because I'm not charging a lot of money, and I'm making sure I'm doing this in the right way. There are various crafty little tactics that people put into effect in order to earn very well from this industry, and some people do, and basically, I don't, and that's just the way that things are for me right now. Now, on the subject of other things which are of an occult nature, let's say the Ouija board. All the skeptics out there saying, no, it's not spirits that are controlling the board, but the ideomotor effect. Well, yeah, I agree with you. The ideomotor effect is what essentially moves the planchette, and that's a very important thing for us to remember. But because of the way our subconscious mind works, it's worthwhile, if we want to try and get some variety of results out of the Ouija board, for instance, to have a temporary suspension of disbelief whereby we, for a short period of time, assume that we're talking to a separate entity. And as a result of that, it becomes much easier for us to attempt to get a particular result. So there's lots of different ways in which one can think about the work of a experimental, experiential occultist. And of course there's lots of other strange experiences, some of which I've discussed in my previous videos, which allow one to reach a point of understanding that maybe there's just something else happening in the world. Now, we can't say precisely what it is at all, although there are some people who do attempt to lay down precisely what it is that's making the experience of seeing a ghost, for instance. But that's because they've taken the suspension of disbelief just a little too far. So let's not worry about that, and let's just think about what we do know and what we can actually achieve, rather than laying down too many beliefs. This is basically what Nick Dutch is all about. So I suppose I'm someone who's in favour of religion basically without beliefs. I'm someone who is essentially in favour of occultism necessarily without literal beliefs. And that's the way I am. Now, if you've actually read my channel page, for those people who've taken offence at the fact that I'm an occultist, as well as someone who has a strong dislike for the views of the conspiracy theorists, and especially people like Alex Jones and David Icke, I've said something on my channel page which means that I've moved away from the conspiracy theorists. Now, if you're on YouTube, all the various conspiracy ideas, anything from chemtrails to aliens to the Illuminati, it's all there. And there are, online communities of people who are immersing themselves in the ideas which are coming from these particular conspiracy theorists. And I reached a point in my life, in my time here on YouTube, when I thought that was rather disturbing. And as a result of that, yes, I am going to speak out against things which I regard as being wrong. So just to recap for you, I'm not a religious literalist, I'm not a New Age literalist, I'm not an occult literalist, I'm certainly not a witchcraft literalist, nor am I theistically literal. I would say that I have an ideology. And I've been coming to a greater understanding of the ideology that is behind Nick Dutch much more within recent days, weeks and months. And that is, number one, against literalism, number two, against anti-rationalism, number three, if we don't know something, we've got to say that we don't know it, and to try and move to a point of view, a certain position of objectivity, whereby we can try and break down the things that we're experiencing and understanding, so that we don't actually end up making really stupid mistakes. That's where I'm coming from, roughly speaking. Now, there's probably all kinds of other different dimensions that I could express, but that would just take up an awful long period of time. I mean, I might actually do an entire video upon the ideology of Nick Dutch at some point, once I've found, better ways of crystallizing my ideas and expressing them. But that's something for the future, that's not something for the here and now. Alright, so I will bid you good fortune, God and or Goddess, and or none of the above, bless. Great and glorious, soon to be famous one day, Nick Dutch, signing out for now. Stay rational, stay calm. I'm sorry if, you disagree with something that I've said, but I will look forward to speaking to you again soon sometime. And yes, this channel might end up looking a little controversial. And, in reality, I'm not sorry about that, because I'm expressing myself and I'm trying to be honest with you about where I come from. There's been things about myself which I've said on YouTube which I haven't actually said to some of my closest friends. Okay? So, bear that in mind too. Speak to you in a while. Bye for now.